Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over the process how I went from our temporary janky bridge, which I put together within the first couple of days of moving in so we can get across the ditch, over to this stone bridge, which I've put together with zero experience. I've just thrown it together, a bit of cement in between each rock. All these rocks we've had originally from the ground. I've just put them together, still allowing water access underneath the bridge, tiny little bit of an arch to it, and the main goal was to get the robot lawnmower to be able to get from this side of the garden to this side so we can cut the rest up here. But yeah, I'll get into how I've done it now and just sit back and watch the process. I will say massive thank you to everyone that's subscribed recently. We've gone from 100 to nearly 250. So if you've been considering it, hit that subscribe button so you can follow whatever we get up to next. So yeah, let's get into it. Today I'm going to be upgrading from our temporary bridge to a hopefully more permanent bridge. It goes over the ditch and leads onto what will be the rest of our garden for all the projects that will be coming in the future. But we want something a little bit more secure than a couple of planks and fence posts all screwed together. It needs to be wide enough and secure enough for us safely to move across, along with any wheelbarrows or extra weight that's needed. It also needs to be smooth enough that the robot lawnmower won't freak out when trying to go across it. So for now I'm going to get those rocks moved from behind the garage to over here and just start playing around and see where we end up. So after I've thought about it a bit, I'm going to change plans. I originally wanted to do it without any kind of binder and just let gravity hold it together, without properly shaping these rocks to actually fit nicely for this scale. I don't feel comfortable with that. So we're going to wait until tomorrow and get some coarse sand and cement to use as a binder between each of them so it can be more structurally sound. I'm still going to go with from here to here, as I'm happy with the foundations. It's just giving it something to properly lock onto with these scale of rocks without it coming up to like here. I'm still going to rely on the interlocking of the rocks to keep it together for about this thickness, which I'm not a structural engineer. Seems good till it fails. At least I'll be more comfortable with it bound together with cement. it would have just been cool to be able to do it without. But rather than struggling to get this to work and then it collapse and then taking out my leg or something like that, I'm just going to go with creating this layer by layer until they meet together, as I should be able to bridge that gap much easier once it's one solid piece, and do it over the course of a couple of days. But for now, I'm going to tear this back a little bit on each side so I can work off of the two bases. Right, today we're back at it with the bridge project. Now that we've got one layer in and we're giving it a couple of days to cure up, where we're mostly in line where we want, we'll patch those bits in later. I didn't have any pieces I like to fit in there, but once we got some more layers, it'll be easier to get something to fit in. Over the past couple of days where I've been letting it cure, I've just been keeping it watered, which has been more than important, where it's going to be hitting 30 degrees over the next couple of days, just to help it cure and to stop it from cracking. And as I'm going to be putting a new layer on, I want to keep this one as nice as damp as possible. I don't know why, it just feels right. I'm not really a concrete girl, but that'll do it for now. And before we move on to the next layers, I'm going to get some of this wire mesh cut up to size and put across, where I'll be putting this in between the two layers and give it a bit more structural rigidity. I have no idea if it needs it based on this scale, if the concrete would have been enough. I'd rather add it now while it's easy to do than regret it later. Like I said, we'll get this cut to size and put in. So I'll put you back down on time lapse and we'll get to it. And hopefully I won't get soaked this time. Good thing it didn't land on the cement. Right, now it's been a week and everything that I've recently done has cured on the bridge. Been able to use it perfectly fine. As you can see there, it's taken quite a few heavy loads across it without any issues. One thing I want to do now is so it's easier to walk on, and mostly so the robot lawnmower over there can drive across here perfectly fine, is to flatten out a lot of these high bits. When I've been making it, I've been kind of getting it level, but there is some bits which I want to take care of. So I'm going to use this grinder and this disc. Hopefully it's the right thing. I've never used it before, but as it is a grinder and I know how dangerous this can be, I am doing my best to protect myself. So my legs, my arms and everything, my body, breathing, eyes and my ears. So I'm going to take it very easy on this, but see how far I get. You're not getting any more off than that. That's a lot more tiring than I thought it was going to be, especially with it being direct sun and 25 degrees with all that protective gear on. But I'm really happy with this. I'll show you now. It needs a wash off and all that, but I'm done for now. Alright, hopefully you're able to see the difference, because I definitely feel it. Looking like this. But yeah, I've taken down a lot of the high spot. Annoyingly, nearly all the rocks were this one, and they're really hard. And my second one I hit into was this one, which was really smooth, which gave me false confidence for the rest of this. No, this is the only smooth one I had. Not smooth. This is the only soft stone I had in here, which is reassuring that a lot of this will handle foot traffic, but yeah. Anyway, I've taken down a lot of these. Most of them were on this half before I actually realised I should be smoothing it out as I go. So yeah, I've ramped this up a little bit, smoothed all this off. Most of it should be fine for the robot lawn. Right, so the camera shut off due to being too hot. I know exactly how it feels. Hopefully I'm not rambling too much or saying stuff I've just said. But yeah, I've got this all smoothed out, and then I'm going to get a robot lawnmower over to this side. This little dip I'm just going to flatten out with some soil so it comes up to about here and starts to blend into it. And then I'm going to get A little robot lawnmower that's been very good, keeping the grass nice and short. Run all across here. I've already mapped out an area up here, so I'm going to get it running up through here, cut around there, and then see how well it goes. But yeah, I'm going to get on with that now and get back to you. Thank you very much for watching. So that's been the process of how I've made this stone bridge to get the robot lawnmower from this side over to this side, and just allows us something a bit more rigid to work on compared to this one. That's going to break one day. But yeah, now I'm going to get the robot lawnmower across the bridge to show you how to do it. I do want to grind it down a little bit more to smooth it out, but this was just proof of concept and it's been able to handle it fine. If you've been enjoying any of this content and want to see more like it, like the video, leave me a comment on what you like to see or any thoughts on what you've seen today, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.